Good morning, everyone. I hope you had a great Christmas holiday with your families and friends. So I wanted to make a video today and create a little bit of clarification around what effortless producing really looks like. I think that there can be some confusion when we talk about effortless manifestation, in that there's an idea that you can, and Larry Crane talks about the butt system, sitting on your butt and letting things come to you. And I love Larry Crane, and I definitely subscribe to that program, but I think there's a lot of misunderstanding around it. I think there's an misunderstanding that you just literally don't leave your house and things effortlessly come to you. I actually don't think that's how it works. In my experience, by letting go of the striving around manifestation, and I'll do some clarification after I explain this, but when you let go of the feeling of striving, meaning let go of wanting to push on the 3D in a strive type of way, work hard and all that stuff, let go of those notions, you are automatically inspired to take action. It's called inspired action, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard this term. And we have all taken inspired action in our life, and so you know what that is when you're just like, yeah, I'm going to do that. And there's just such an ease about it that it doesn't feel like work, right? It feels effortless. It is effortless because it's just naturally happening, right? And so when we talk about, I want to clarify this around my brother's weight loss journey. And I know a lot of people have heard that video that he and I made years ago. And I want to make sure everybody knows that Luke wasn't sitting around pounding cheeseburgers all day and pizza when he lost that weight. What happened was he let go of the strife around weight, meaning he let go of his feelings of lack around a healthy body, healthy eating habits. He let go of all the trying and all the white knuckling and all of the sense of separation, meaning wanting, which is a state of lack of control, wanting approval, wanting to be safe, all of those striving types of feelings. He let those go. And then what happened from there is he was naturally inspired to make different choices. It was a lot easier for him. And yes, the weight didn't stay on in a stubborn type of way. It moved in a way that was effortless for him. But also, he found himself really enjoying and wanting to exercise. He found himself really inspired to exercise. He found himself inspired and enjoying different kinds of foods, right? So what I want to say is, when you are, let's take this topic of diet, since we're talking about this subject. If you're defiantly, eating all kinds of junk all the time, and junk is delicious, right? Don't get me wrong. It's all made for us, right? But if you're defiantly eating all of that all the time and not wanting to ever have a salad or whatever that happens to be, I want to recommend to you that you are in resistance about your diet still, because you're still labeling a certain type of food as bad, right? So you're labeling the healthy food as bad now, and you've got resistance around your diet, and it's going to produce the same types of strife results for you, right? So here's an exercise that I want you to take, and this applies to any manifestation you are working on. We're all at different levels of this in our journey in life, right? So picture your final outcome, as we always say, and feel that relief feeling, and feel that level of confidence about it. You're all confident about something in your life that you're like, yep, I'm better than most everybody at that thing, right? I take it for granted. That thing is like, yes. Generate that feeling about your health and your diet. You're just so confident. It's not even a thing for you. You're effortlessly healthy. You can kind of eat whatever you feel like you want, and it's just not a strife for you, right? And just feel that relief. I feel that sense of like, it's just no longer something I have to worry about. Now, quit wanting the 3D to validate you, as I've said. You acknowledge and accept the 3D as it is. So if you're feeling insecure about your weight, or you're feeling like you want to change things, send that feeling, send that situation, those set of circumstances, love and acceptance as it is right now, and let go of wanting, or the state of lack. Let go of this wantingness to change it in the 3D. Remember, the 3D isn't what's really real. What we create internally is what's real. So send love and acceptance to the 3D situation. Okay, that is one option. Thank you, 3D, for showing me that. But I'm choosing, and go back to that visualization. Go back to that relief. And you will find yourself doing different things, making different choices, and new opportunities will come to you, and effortless things will happen around all of this situation. Why? Because the resistance has subsided a little bit, and it's allowed really cool things to come about, right? So you can have the piece of pizza, you can have the hot dog, you can have the salad, you can have the cucumber, you can have whatever it is you want to have freely, and it won't be such a big deal. You'll find yourself wanting to be active, because really in this body mind, we want to go do things. We want to be inspired and go out and have fun. And so, in fact, you won't want to sit around. You won't want to just pig out on junk food all day. You won't want to do that. Because you're free from the resistance around it. So let's take this subject of abundance. Same concept applies, right? So picture yourself in your ideal financial situation, that feeling of relief, that feeling of confidence around your finances. Feeling that you know how to manage things, you know how to take care of it. Send love and acceptance to whatever 3D situation is presenting itself. And let me also say that 3D situations may come up to purge. They may come up because they're being released as you're kind of manifesting this. Again, just, okay, thank you 3D for showing me that situation. I acknowledge and accept you. Send you love. Send myself love. And even send yourself love for creating that situation if you did, right? And then say to yourself, that is not the reality. I acknowledge that that's here, but I choose this reality. And go back to that feeling of confidence and peace and relief. The ultimate state is really peace. That is a state of letting go. Again, we're not saying we don't care, we don't want the financial abundance. What we're saying is we're letting go of the strife around it, letting go of pushing on the 3D, letting go of wanting the 3D to validate you. Acknowledge it's there, also acknowledge it's not reality, and go back to your vision. That is what you're choosing. And what I'll tell you from there is new opportunities will come into your life for making money. You will find yourself naturally making better decisions with money. You will find yourself never wanting to overspend. It just makes sense to you now. There's not a desire to go push on it because that resistance is gone. So if you defiantly are overspending, that's also resistance. If you're defiantly overeating, that's resistance. So the freedom comes in the ability to make whatever decision. And you don't feel compelled, you don't feel kind of a addiction to overspending and an addiction to overeating. Because really what happens when we're overspending and overeating, it's a sense of separation, and you feel a little bit of a high that comes from the overspending and the overeating, right? It helps you feel connected for a moment. So just acknowledge that there's some separation there. When you're defiantly overspending and overeating, you're wanting to feel one with spirit, and so you're experiencing it in little doses by eating and spending. Instead, let go of the strife around it. Let go of wanting to push on the 3D. Let go of shaming yourself for overspending and overeating, most importantly. And then things just happen effortlessly. So when we talk about effortless weight loss, we talk about the freedom to have a salad, the freedom to have a hot dog, the freedom to go to the gym or to rest, and all of it is available to you. So if you're wanting to pig out on pizza all day and lose weight, you can do that, but what I'm telling you is when you're in freedom, you won't want to do that. In fact, the compulsion to pig out on pizza all day and lose weight is actually a sign that you're in resistance about it, because you're labeling healthy food as bad. It's all free, right? So just noodle on that. Ask Spirit to kind of show you what that means to you. But my point is, when you let go, you find yourself automatically making better decisions that were hard for you to make previously. Doesn't mean you just lay on your living room floor and stare at the ceiling with nothing happening to you and people feeding you pudding all day and you lose weight. Because you don't want to do that. That's not fun. You want to live in freedom and be happy and be naturally inspired. You'll be naturally inspired to invest your money. You'll be naturally inspired to want to save your money. You'll be naturally inspired to take opportunity when it comes to you. You'll be naturally inspired to have a salad sometimes. It tastes good sometimes, right? It's all free. So I hope that helps. If you guys have any questions about that, any clarifications about that, I will probably do another video with Luke to have him put some clarification around that as well at some point. But drop me a question in the comments, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.